Hey guys, it's Brendan Borman back for another 270 video. Today I'll be playing as Sarah Palin, taking on Julian Chaim, who's playing the candidate John McCain. And so this kills a couple birds with one stone. I'm showing a newer player, giving him some constructive criticism. He is a brand new subscriber. I want to thank Julian for reaching out to me and asking me for a game, but also a couple other players in comments of my last few videos have wanted to see how you play with John McCain. Maybe they are stuck with free candidates and they have not yet gotten a subscription, purchased candidates, or left a review for 270 inside the Apple Store or the Google Play Store and have not earned access to those free candidates. And so John McCain is a lot better of a candidate than I realize. This is game number 2 between Julian and I. Game number 1, I wanted to play without recording just to see what his skill level was. And so it was a pretty big blowout win for me, and I did explain a few things. So those of you who've watched my videos before, there are some beginner video with tips and tricks, and so that's not what I want this video to be. However, the first time I played, Julian did not go after swing states. He went after the Old South, and I was able to get swing states and then circle back and steal the Old South. And so I gave him some helpful tips. Of course, John McCain has the 25% swing state bonus. He only has a 10% negative in African American. He does have a high-tech bonus. He also has a manufacturing bonus and a pretty high oil bonus. So he plays like a typical Republican. You can play out of Texas really well. If you can go swing into Hangman and go through the Rust Belt, you can really pick up a lot of key bonuses. However, he doesn't have that many weaknesses. So he's a pretty good candidate. Now, one nitpick I have with Julian's strategy here is he just spent a lot of cash that did not net him the bonus. Even if he is able to get the bonus this turn, I will easily be able to take it back with the linchpin of Florida. And now that I'm in every single state, and he did overspend just a little bit in some of the smaller states. Unfortunately for Julian, he did not get the bonus, and so I'm going to go up in Florida. And then I'm going to rely on my North Carolina, Virginia, and Wisconsin path. The last game with Julian, I went Wisconsin, Ohio, and New Mexico. So just to change it up just a little bit, I'm going to say $58K in cash. That allows me to possibly double pip New York. But it looks like we're going to have some defense in the Old South that does not work for Julian. So again, it's good to change it up every game. And so one thing I did last game with Julian is we clashed 6 consecutive turns in North Carolina after I stole it from him. And so I'm going to leave it open. Instead, I'm going to defend Virginia with its high cost per dollar value and Wisconsin, which is critical right now for my swing state bonus. As long as I don't lose those states, then I'll keep the bonus. And just for an extra insurance policy, I'm going to go up in Iowa and up in Arizona. And so that would have made up the difference for possibly losing a North Carolina. Now, I am going to defend North Carolina this turn and pivot to New York. So just to give Julian some constructive criticism here, he is able, now that he has Ohio and Pennsylvania, as well as Colorado and New Mexico, he could pivot to Texas, although he makes a great steal in Arizona. Good state to have for sure, although it doesn't net him any bonuses, doesn't take away my swing state bonus, and so maybe that wasn't the smartest move, but he probably feared a clash in Wisconsin. And so what I'm going to do with my 80K is defend Wisconsin and then open up in Town and Gown in Massachusetts. And then I don't need to go anywhere else because I currently have Iowa. I'm going to open up into Maryland and Utah, possibly for high tech. And right after I hit intern, I realized I forgot to do Louisiana. That could have netted me the Old South on this next turn, but there is another big clash in Wisconsin. So McCain is not having his way right now with the triple pip into New York. The third pip, I mean, that could net me something, but I think without Arizona, I don't think I'm going to be able to get African American unless I spent in Maryland and delayed the town and gown. So I'm just going to kind of low spin here. He did not clash in Wisconsin. He's starting to learn some of his lessons. However, now he's opening up in oil states, and he does not have a presence in California or Texas. So, Julian, new players out there, you can click on the state groups button in the bottom left-hand corner and get a breakdown of exactly where you stand in each bonus. But keep in mind that it's all math-based. You have to get $1 more than 50% of the total funds within a group. And so, yes, while North Dakota and South Dakota and Wyoming are going to be important to possibly get the oil bonus, you are not going to be able to get the bonus without either of Texas or California. And right now, I have 4 bonuses. You have 0. And I have just as much spending cash that I can spend in Texas and California and block you. And so you really have to learn when is the appropriate time to enter into those 4 big states. I thought about stealing Colorado here, but really I thought, there's no reason to delay stealing Pennsylvania, which will net me the high-tech bonus. McCain finally does spend in California, and there's the flip of Pennsylvania. So 163 to 162, it looks really close on the surface. However, we now have 3 of the powerful bonuses that are $100,000 per turn in African American, swing states, and high tech. Plus, we have all this old South money over $100K just sitting there. And we have our town and gown money, which I can use here to steal New Hampshire. So defense in Ohio, Pennsylvania is closed off, and it is still 5 bonuses to 0. We're now sitting at $1.1 million on turn number 13. And I'm going to go ahead and open up in Texas and try to steal Colorado and New Mexico, and open up in Illinois. We'll see how that goes. He hasn't been defending much, but there is a good defense in Colorado. Good job, Julian. So he sniffed that out, as well as a clash in Illinois and New Mexico. So what I can say is that newer players, typically when they make a good defense like that, they will defend it again. And so I'm going to leave all those states open. It might be, a good move to possibly leave one open if you're Julian and not spend all your money defending, because you really want to grow. You want to spread out across the map. Even if you have a lack of bonuses, maybe you can outmaneuver your opponents before the ballot to be in more states and thus have a better chance at getting 270 EVs. I don't blame Julian for closing off Colorado, but he leaves Michigan wide open, and we take advantage, and there is a flip. But he comes back with another good defense in North Dakota. So not all is lost. He's keeping this game a lot closer, but it's only a matter of time before we really start spending our money. I'm not going to delay going up in Texas anymore. If I go up in Texas, that'll net me the manufacturing bonus. That will give me the ag bonus, I believe, if I steal. No, I don't even need to steal Illinois because I have Wisconsin, North Carolina, and Florida. So that is good. And we have lots of spending. McCain steals Iowa. And there's Texas. So just entering in some new states, 232 to 197. There's Latino, ag, export, and manufacturing. So pretty good turn for us. I believe we have 9 bonuses. Let's see, we are missing... What are we missing here? We have town and gown. Okay, so I'm opening up in all of the empty states here. And I'm going to close off Iowa. I thought about closing off Ohio, but his tendency are to close those kind of bigger states. We do clash in Arkansas, so we have no ballot. So we do not have the oil bonus. Going to make a play now at a couple oil states. I don't quite have enough states entered to get the bonus, but just being ahead should be good for EVs. And then do we have a ballot? Did he get in every single state? Oh, we did not go in Minnesota, so we are one state away. It's 288 to 240. I'm going to spend 1 pip in Minnesota. And then I'm going to get the oil bonus, hopefully, by spending... I'm going to spend a lot of cash this turn, which doesn't really hurt me. I have all this bonus money. But I'll go ahead and end my turn. I'm going to save $1.47 million, including $251,000 of cash. And just see what John McCain does. That's something I like to do on the ballot or the turn before the ballot, just because you can make your opponent commit a lot of money to a different state, and you can then leave it alone and take advantage of other states. So it is 247 to 291. I can't lose 21 EVs. I will not be losing EVs this turn. I will be stealing EVs. And now that I have access to all of these states, I'm just going to spend 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 pips past every single state. If it's not being entered yet, there's no reason to waste any money by going to the 3rd pip. I'm just going to go to the 2nd pip, and there might be a clash, but since we have the lead in those states now, then we would get credit for those electoral votes. Going ahead in Tennessee, now I have this high-tech money I can spend in Connecticut, in Massachusetts, in Washington. I'm just kind of tinkering around. I'm using some cash and bonuses, a combination right now. I still have my export as well as my swing state money, which my swing state money at this point is probably worthless. I can throw a pip into Florida, which is being uncontested, but I really decide, there's no reason to take a gamble and put 1 pip in California. Why not put 2 pips for the total number of EVs? If I lose it, that's a 110 EV swing, and so might as well just keep it, or in this essence, flip it, because actually this game John McCain has California. Last game I had it. And so here we go. Here's the ballot. As I need to find a phone charger, I'm at 10%, but I'll plug in after this game is over. Everything is flipping so far. He hasn't spent any money. It might be... Let's see. I don't know where it would be. He spent money. Spent a lot of it in California, of course. Okay, clash in New Jersey. We keep that. Was it Ohio? It was. Okay, so big turn. So 509 to 29. Good game, Julian. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and always message me if you have any questions about the game or if you'd like to play another match. You can check Julian Chaim's own YouTube channel out. And until next time, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will catch you guys in the next 270 video soon. Have a good day.